Hey, what's going on, everyone? Misha Wilson here, and welcome to another episode of Marketing with Misha. Now, in today's episode, we're going to talk about email marketing, how to make more money with email marketing, and how to turn your email list into your single most valuable cash-producing asset. With that said, be sure to stick around until the very end. If you do, I'm going to give you free access to an extremely valuable free gift. And if you get value out of this video, go ahead and comment and like. And don't forget to go ahead and get subscribed if you're watching this on YouTube. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Again, today we want to talk about email marketing and how you can once again build the most hyper-responsive list that churns out profits over and over and over again. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Misha Wilson. I've done over $10 million in total sales, and I've generated at this point over 1 million leads online. And so I've done a lot of things right when it comes to email marketing, but I've also done a lot of things wrong when it comes to list building and email marketing. And remember, when I first came online, I was always told that the money was in the list, the money's in the list, the money's in the list. And I was told that on average, your email list would be worth just around $1 per subscriber per month on your actual list. So if you had 5,000 people on your list, you could make $5,000. If you had 10,000 people on your list, you could make $10,000. If you had 50,000 people on your list, you could make $50,000, right? And I immediately latched on. I just kind of had all the different cylinders in my mind firing. And I realized, holy crap, all I have to do is get to 10,000 email list subscribers, and then I'll be able to make $10,000 per month. And just like so many other people in the industry, that was my goal when I first got started, because I realized when I could get to that number, I'd have total freedom. And more than anything, I just wouldn't have to stress about the bills at the end of the month, right? And so I took massive action, and I went out there and I went through all the courses, all the different products, all the different email marketing products. I set up a landing page. I built out, a simple little funnel to build my list. I went through all the various courses. I learned about giving value to my list. I learned about giving too much value to my list. And I essentially just went all in on email marketing. And part of what I did was I went out and I spent just around $10,000 on ads to build my list. Now, I knew that when I spent that money on ads, I was gonna build my list and I'd have 10,000 people on my list very quickly, and therefore I'd make $10,000, for the rest of my life. And so I was completely and totally fine with it. And I did just that. I built a list of $10,000, yet no matter what I did, I couldn't make sales. All right, and at that point in time, I had been taught that you had to give value to your list. You had to, present your list with valuable content, blog posts, videos, podcasts, etc. And just the more value you provided, the more money you would make. And so I produced blog posts, I produced videos, I produced podcast episodes, and I kept consistently producing better and better and better content, or at least what I thought was better and better and better content. And I knew that because my content was so good, someone would have to go ahead and eventually take action and give me money, right? Like if I gave them good content, they would naturally have to go ahead and give me money. And unfortunately, I learned the hard way, that's not how it works. That's actually the opposite of how it works. And unfortunately, usually when you just go out and solely provide value, solely provide free stuff, solely teach, content, lessons, blog posts, videos, podcasts, etc., you actually condition your list not to buy. You condition your list to be angry when you sell something to them, and you condition your audience to essentially expect for you to never sell anything to them. And so the minute I realized I was doing it the wrong way, I quickly started selling to my list. Then the minute I started selling to my list, I had already conditioned my list from day number one that I was never going to sell anything to them. And so very quickly, I had a massive amount of spam complaints. I had a massive amount of unsubscribes. And I ended up having so many spam complaints because I immediately started promoting so hard that my email list got shut down. My autoresponder got shut down. I lost that list of nearly 10,000 people. And God, I remember just feeling so deflated, so beat. and just feeling like, what the hell am I going to do now? Here I am, just spent $10,000 to build this list, and I have no clue what I'm doing with email marketing. And now I'm gonna have to figure out how to import them into another autoresponder. And even if I do mail them there, I essentially had to start over. But luckily, I ended up stumbling upon a mentor at that point in time who taught me the right way to email market and taught me the principle I'm about to share with you here today. And everything changed. And now I make literally, tens upon tens upon tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of dollars per month for my list, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And at this point in time, my list is my single most valuable asset. And the big lesson that I actually learned, the big, $1 million lesson, the lesson that most people won't share with you, and the obvious hid in plain sight lesson when it comes to email marketing is very simply this. When you have an email list, if you want them to buy, you gotta sell them stuff, all right? Yes, you have to provide value. Yes, you have to build goodwill. Yes, you have to build a relationship. All the things I was doing, you have to do that. But ultimately, you also have to understand that the only time someone has the opportunity to pull out their credit card and go ahead and buy a product or a program from you is when you actually ask them to go ahead and buy a product or a program from you. And so with your email marketing, the mistake that so many people make in the industry today is only providing value, is only sending out content, is only, building goodwill and never actually asking for the sale. And when I worked with my new mentor, what he said, keep doing what you're doing when it comes to providing goodwill and, creating the content, but start selling too. And so every single morning I would send a piece of content, and every single evening I would send a direct sales message, and it was content, sales message, content, sales message. And I started over again. I built the next list from scratch. I built another list of $10,000 leads. And very quickly, that was my first list that I actually started making money with. And I wasn't quite a good enough email marketer at that time to get to the dollar per lead per month mark. But very quickly, I got up to about the $5,000 per month mark. And then from there, it only continued to grow. The more effective, the more efficient I became at email marketing. And it's all because I switched from the mindset of I'm just going to provide value. I'm just going to provide value. I'm just going to provide value. I'm just going to send out a never-ending stream of content to really understanding that, look, at a core level, the reason these people are on my email list, the reason I want to build a list in the first place, and the whole goal of my list is to be able to make money. And so I'm actually going to ask these people to go ahead and buy something. And the minute I started working that into my program, the minute I started working that into my email marketing, is the minute I started to make sales, the minute everything turned around, is the minute that I had my first success online. And at the end of the day, it is a mistake that I see so many people make, simply not asking for the sale in your actual marketing. So understand, the only time people can buy is when you actually ask for the sale. The more often you ask for the sale, the more sales you'll make. And you got to kind of get comfortable with it when it comes to how frequently you want to mail offers, how frequently you want to mail goodwill, etc. The formula that I recommend sticking to, when you're first getting started, the fastest path to cash flow is content, value, and essentially, a lesson in the morning and then a sales message in the evening. Email your list each and every single day, 2 times per day. And that is absolutely the way to maximize cash flow when you first get started. So with that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of this episode. Let me know with a quick comment, like, heart, and share if you guys did. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway was. And if you're watching on YouTube, to go ahead and claim your free gifts, your 2 free courses that I promised at the very beginning of this video. Go ahead and click this video right here. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll post them directly below in the actual comments right when this video ends. And as always, if you guys got value, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon notification to get notified whenever I produce new content just like this. And if you're watching on Facebook, give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares, all that jazz. And until next time, over and out. All right, guys, have a good one.